Thank you for stopping by my channel. This is a channel where you can come and see easy videos, some step-by-step instructions on how to do some things I'll try that other Bible journal YouTubers have done and inspired me to do. And I just want to thank you for stopping by because I've been Bible journaling for about 2 years now. So this channel is not a channel where someone who is really good at Bible journaling. I'm just showing you different ways that I do my Bible journaling, and hopefully it would inspire you to take the leap and Bible journal because it's for everyone and there is no wrong way to Bible journal. And I'll be showing different ways that I Bible journal, and this particular journal entry today is in my mixed media art book that I got from Walmart. And my page is covered, so you can't see the name of it, but I'll get the name of it and write it down for you. This is from an Etsy store, a Bible kit from Praise and Pray that I used. And I just keep in here different inspirationals that I do, pages that I do. And today, I don't know how this video is going to turn out, but today's inspiration comes from a member of a Bible journaling group that I'm a part of. She shared a photo of a vacation area that she went to, and I was so taken by the photo that I really wanted to mimic it in my Bible, but I couldn't because I think that page was done. So I decided to do it in my mixed media art book just as a visual reminder of that particular psalm. I just love water, and I wanted to see how I would be able to do it in a art book. So I hope you enjoy the process. And if that's a photo, that's an art book, so I'm going to do the best that I can. So what you're about to see right now is my planning process, I guess. And right there's a little scratch book that I have that I use to sketch out my plan and the colors that I'm going to use, the markers, Faber-Castell Pit Artist Pen markers, my white acrylic paint from Hobby Lobby, some paintbrush I got from somewhere, a sponge, my art palette, probably from Red Lobster, my acrylic blocks, love those, water and some water brushes, and that's from Illustrated Faith, and I'll be using some of those clips from there. So right there, I didn't have any room to write out the scripture, so I typed it on a cloud from the Etsy store, from the Praise and Pray Etsy shop, and it's the scripture Psalm 36 verse 6, and I typed it right there in the cloud so I can see it. As you can see right now, I am using my acrylic blocks, the bluish. It doesn't have a color on it, but it gives you that blue lake feel. But in a few seconds, you'll see that the water didn't come out the way that I like for it to come out. So I went over the water with um, some watercolor paint, which helped the water have a darker look to it. It's just a little too light for me, and based on the picture has it's a little darker. So there we go. I'm outlining like the horizon or the separation between the water and the mountains, and I'm just going to stroke and fill in the water in a kind of a whimsical, spaced out way. See, there is the marker. And I'm outlining the mountains, and I'll go back to shading the waters. And I'm using my Faber-Castell Pit Artist Pen, the Phthalo Blue 110. I wish I would have had the big brush markers. I think I'm going to invest in it for big things like this. I was hoping that the marker didn't run out, so I had to go over it several times to kind of get the darker shading that I was looking for. Here you see my watercolor paint. I love this watercolor paint, and it doesn't have a name on it. I don't even remember where I got it. I want to say Hobby Lobby, but I don't know. It's such a good water paint. I may have ordered it off Amazon. I don't even know the name. It doesn't have a name or anything, but I really like the way the colors are in the palette. And as you can see, my water is getting darker. Now the previous water was okay, it was light, but the picture, the water was darker. So there it is, getting darker, and it's getting better. It's getting better. Try not to be too exact because I wanted to have some kind of a silvery or like white shadow inside of the water to make it look like it has somewhat of a movement to it. And now I'm getting ready to do the sky, which has some blue peeking through, but I realized this marker is not going to work. So I got out my acrylic paint, like a sky blue. It's not a sky blue, it's called morning blue. And that gave me the exact color that I was looking for. And I was able to get a greater area of the page. So I cover it all in that blue, that morning blue. There it is. To give it that sky. I like the different contrast between the blues. There we go. So now I'm getting my white acrylic paint. It's white Blanco, and I'm testing it out because I want to dab it with an with a sponge. This sponge has a bit of a texture, has those little holes in it like craters, and it'll give it more of a textured, cloudy feel to it. Again, I'm not an artist. I don't know about shadowing and lighting and things like that. So I'm just showing you some little things that you can do to get the effect that you want that's simple, because I'm simple because I can't do the complex things. I'm drying it out. I really have to get a heat tool. So I'm trying to dry it out right now. And now I'm cutting out my clouds because I wanted a way to put the scripture on the page because it's not a Bible. So I typed it on my typewriter and I added the clouds. And right now I'm cutting out that phrase, "in awe of him," from Illustrated Faith. And you'll see that I'll use another one on the paper that I didn't say in the beginning of the film. And that is, "He is before all things." It just I just like the wonderment of it. I always like water and sky, and just to have this as a visual reminder of how faithful the Lord is to his people. He preserves and keeps us, and I'm so grateful. And I hope you like this process.